Good morning, students of class 10. You are welcome back to the e-classes now. Let us continue our lesson in English. So we are doing the glimpses of India, that is lesson 7 from the textbook. And we are doing the second part, that is Korg. In our first part we have learned about the baker of Goa, and in the second part we will learn about the Korg, a place in South India. So how the writer describes about the land, about the people and their culture and tradition. So it is not a story, actually it is an essay written by the writer, the author. Now we'll talk about the chapter. So it's all about Korg, part 2, about the author and the chapter, what we are going to learn in this chapter. So now here there are altogether 5 points over here. We'll go one by one and listen carefully and pay attention. Now we'll talk about number 1. Here is an essay. It's an essay presented by the author. Here is an essay that is presented before us by the author, named Lokesh Abrol. The name of the author or the writer is Lokesh Abrol. He is a famous doctor, a social worker and a good writer. So he possessed various qualities. Professionally he was a doctor, and he also worked as a social worker, and he was a good writer as well. So you can see in his essay, we are going to learn in his essay on Korg, C-O-O-R-G, Korg. It's a name of a place. Very few people have heard about it, but it's a name of a place in South India. It is in his essay on Korg. He provided us the clear description or the clear picture of the wonderful land with thick green forest, undulating hills. Undulating means the hills are like waves. Undulating green hills, flowers, animals, etc. of that place. Not only that much, he also describes about the people who live there and their descent, from where they have come, because those people were quite different from Indian people through their looks and their culture and tradition, quite different. So the writer describes about the people who live there in Korg and their descent, their ancestors, from where they have come, who live among the rolling hills. These people live among the rolling hills. Now these people, what they do, how they earn their living. So everything we'll learn in this essay. Their descent and their culture, their tradition. And we will talk about number 4, Korg is just like a piece of heaven. Writer describes this in his essay about this place. He describes Korg as a piece of heaven that must have been drifted from the kingdom of God. This shows how beautiful the land is. So the writer describes everything in detail so that we can learn about this place, says the writer in his essay. Now, number 5, according to the writer, Korg offers many outdoor high energy adventures. People go there as a tourist. People go there for various high energy adventures such as mountain biking, such as river rafting, canoeing, rock climbing, etc. So we can see the clear picture as we go through the essay written by Lokesh Abrol, and he is an Indian writer, but he has provided a clear picture of this place, the Korg. Many of us have not heard about this place or have heard the name of this place. So, and the people who live there, we do not know. But his essay provided us a lot of information about those people, the place, and the climate of that area, and the culture of those people, tradition, culture, and even their language, their dresses, their food habits. Everything is described clearly in this picture, in this essay. So now in our next class we'll learn about this essay about the place named Korg in detail, according to the paragraph wise, according to the book. So we will learn in our next class. This much for today, that is about the author and the chapter about the Korg, about the essay that the writer has written and brought it before us. And it's all about in general today. So in our next class we'll learn in detail. So that's all for today. Thank you for your presence, as well as thank you for paying so much attention, and you have listened carefully, attentively. Thank you very much. And only thing, you need to go to the online portal every day so that you will not miss anything, so that you will not have any kind of problem later on. So that's all for today. So only thing, you need to understand the chapter properly and thoroughly, so you won't have any problem later on. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention.